Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. I want my barrel back. I want my barrel back. Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel. What's up with that? What the hell, Deontay? What the hell, LeBron James? I want my Cracker Barrel back. I want my Cracker Barrel back. This has got to be a bad joke. Cracker Barrel's gone full woke. Don't they know that woke is broke? I swear I'm losing all my hope. The game has changed and it's a goddamn shame. Please, please make Cracker Barrel great again. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. I want my barrel back. I want my barrel back. Cracker Barrel, Cracker Barrel. What's up with that? What the hell? What the hell?
How about them boys? It's the fact that, man, I went into that game just expecting hot garbage, hot boo boo. I did not walk into that game with the confidence that the Broncos could do anything on offense. And man, did they shock me. Now, did they shock me to the point where every week I'm gonna have hope that my team could get a dub? Nope, absolutely not. I don't care that y'all somehow finally decided to let it rip, even though the defense did come through. Like it really wasn't something where I could be like, oh, yay, we finally are operating. It's like it's still shaky. They still got shit that's shaky about that team, and I don't like it. It still got shit that's shaky about that team, and I just don't like it, bro. I don't like it for the sole purpose of it infecting whatever hope that I could have. Now, I'm happy my team won. Don't get it twisted. But it's like, I'm still not there yet. I'm not there to have the blind hope that my team all of a sudden has its shit together. Like, I don't have that hope. I don't have that hope. I wish I did. And the problem is that when it comes to teams like the Broncos, they'll give you a fucking game where they show up and show out. They'll give you a game like that, and then the next fucking week, womp, womp, fucking womp. But it's like, sure, I'll be happy about this for now. Like, I'll have a smile on my face for now. Like, this is Bo Nix's best game. It just is. It's Bo Nix's best game so far. It's only his second season. Do I think he's suffering from the sophomore slump? Give or take. Give or fucking take. I mean, who's manning the rushing on this? RJO. Not credit. J.K. Dobbins being added to this team. What a fine choice. What a fine choice at running back to have. Because it's fine. This is only the second game though with 100 yards. So it's like it's semi good. It's also semi just scary. R.J. Harvey had a big run. Also had 2 touchdowns. So it's like, fuck, man. I want to be happy about it. I do. But we ain't really got no dominant receiver. We don't have a dominant receiver. Troy Franklin, he got his good catches. Pat Bryant could show out. So it's the devil's in the details here. Like the devil's in details. And then who we play next? We played a fucking Texans, and then we got a short week with the fucking Raiders. What did the Texans do? What did they do recently? Are they on their fucking bye? No, they beat the 49ers. Okay. CJ had 300 yards. I feel like the defense could do something to CJ Stroud. Like, I feel it. I feel like they could do something to CJ. This might be the one game where I'll wake up and walk into it thinking, all right, Broncos might got a chance. I can't even count on them to beat the Raiders with any type of accuracy because who knows what the fuck that who knows what this division could throw at me at any given moment in time. It's just the saddest shit. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking being a part of this team because being a fan of this team means you have to set yourself up for like the most hilarious forms of mediocrity that's stress inducing. It's not even stress inducing anymore because I was watching the game and I told myself, y'all either gonna score this touchdown or you're not. Like you either gonna score this touchdown or you not. And I don't know what's gonna happen. And they scored. And it was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep watching. But I was just setting myself up. I kept that fucking game on and watched the whole thing, and I saw my team try something. But fuck, it's Monday. It's Monday, and I'm still stuck on this fucking. And I'm stuck on this manga coming out next year because, God, I hate when people speak their mind and it's just the wrong shit. It's the dumbest shit to say. And all you ever have to do is if you truly hate something, don't watch it. But because the market for this type of content is solely derivative of a bunch of people just pretending to care so much that they have to pretend that they're so mad about said thing, it's like, I bet you are. 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 Which brings me to a fucking jump scare. A new manga. Oh, were you not here yesterday? Oh, hold on. Let me get this new manga for you. There's a manga coming out summertime of next year that has garnered the usual suspects to give their opinions for no fucking reason. It's called Half is More. Based off of Viz Media's description, it's about a mixed race Japanese girl facing trials and tribulations. And instead of just seeing this and not caring, Japan's going woke. Japan's going woke. After all these motherfuckers cried about how Japan was whooping their asses in comic book storytelling, and they still are. Now it's Japan's going woke. Not watching what you don't like is the most valid solution. That's what I did with the adult He-Man on Netflix. Hey, you know what's crazy? That's like not watching something that clearly you don't want to watch. It's perfectly fine. But when I have to hear takes like, "Oh, you should only make something that could appeal to a wide variety of people." And that's not really working out for a lot of people. Now look, hopefully the story's good. Because if it's not, oh well, what a flop. But if it is, I guarantee you these same people who are crying now will come up with some excuse that they won't have any valid critique on because none of them are going to get the books when it comes to how good or bad this is received. Remember, just because you had a few people mad in Japan about Assassin's Creed, apparently the entire fucking nation of Japan was against Assassin's Creed Shadows coming out. Yeah, that didn't make any fucking sense. Also, jump scare. Because Chris, for some fucking reason, is just like them with Ghost of Yote. Speaking of which, to whoever the fuck that was that asked me the other day if I watched this Smash JT interview, I saw a 4-minute clip that let me know all I needed to know about why I don't watch this content. The reason I do not watch this content from people like Smash JT is because it's low IQ and it's dependent on the people who watch it not doing any fucking research and trusting the word of someone who also does not do any research. When you get trounced in a debate around the financial numbers, and then you're proven to not really knowing how that is talked about and discussed in forms of media, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to hear it. And that's also another feather in my cap as to why I will never do a YouTube debate. Because if I'm forced to walk into a I hope you can hear these air quotes, conversation around any subject matter, and I'm bringing facts to this conversation, I'm bringing data, I'm bringing analytics, and I have to hear, oh, we don't need that, or I'm not listening to that. I'm wasting my time. I'm talking to a fucking spade. At that point, I'm talking to a spade, and I don't like it. Now, that might be entertaining for like a stupid fuck like Milani, but to me, that's pointless. Like I've said this a few times. I'm going the boring route. I go the boring route. I'm a wait while everybody like hops, skips, and jumps. I'm a wait. Case in point, y'all know that fucking that DoorDash bitch. She done came back, had a whole a calmer demeanor about herself, and now is going a better way of talking about this shit. She's still a dumbass. And guess what? Motherfuckers on TikTok are promoting AI generated videos, lying, still cropping out a picture. You got motherfuckers pulling up police records of somebody who they think is the guy, but they also don't know, and they really won't be able to fucking verify that because you're sitting in a fucking state miles away from where that happened. And the sad part is, I'm still right. He's a dumbass for ordering food and falling the fuck asleep or being drunk with his nuts out, leaving his fucking door open. He could be robbed. Imagine getting all your shit took and you was ass naked for everybody to see your dick. Like imagine that. Imagine you get robbed and as they robbing you, they just look at your dick. The bitch is dumb because instead of just recording that and being like, what the fuck, this is weird, and just giving it to DoorDash and the police only, the bitch decided to put it on TikTok. And I'm seeing all these motherfuckers have these stupid. I almost want to do a second video, but I don't want to. But I don't want to. It's like, no, she's in the right to do this because of that. DoorDash put out the fucking statement that bookends it for everybody. She didn't get fired for reporting sexual assault. She got fired for posting that shit online. I believe a company has a policy regarding social media activity. And she failed. I'm not on her side. I'm not on his side. I'm on DoorDash's side. And I don't even use DoorDash. Oh, fuck. I don't plan on reading the manga. I don't plan on reading that manga mainly because I'm kind of annoyed that it's another dark-skinned person deals with racism media piece. Like Morgan Freeman said, to end racism, stop talking about it. See, I used to be in that camp. The problem is, that's not how it goes away. Because while people like to live in their bubbles that the only way to end racism is to stop talking about it, the problem is, turn off that TV, you'll still probably deal with something to the effect of a little bit of racism. Motherfuckers are having interactions with people hurling slurs at them. I hate to break it to y'all, but it's not gonna go away. So I was ranting for benching earlier. I'll get to that. But like, no. The topic of racism is not going to stop being talked about until racism stops being a thing that is put on some people. Like, you can't have one without the other. The first step is for everybody to stop hurling slurs. And by everybody, I mean everybody. I don't mean every white. I mean everybody. Everybody. Case in point, this fucking Southern Fried Chicken show. They got this. The fucking creator of the show posted the only positive fucking review that she's gotten from anybody on social media. And it's a dude talking about the black fat girl And how, oh, her anger is in the right place because she's had to grow up angry about being black and having to deal with racism. And I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm like, I don't think this dude watched the show, because she's calling an Asian girl in the show Lo Mein. Racist. That's racist. And if you don't believe me, flip it. Imagine an Asian person in a show calling a black character Kentucky Fried Chicken eating watermelon sucker. Racist. Racist. Little Tokyo. She also called her Little Tokyo. Now imagine if the Asian bitch called her Shaniqua. Racist. That's another element to it. This game people want to play was like, oh, only the whites can be racist. No, 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 no. That's not true either. Anybody, you know who's racist? Natanya. Natanya has often called me every slur under the sun, greatly offended. And you know what? I'm a victim. Go fund me and buy. But it'll never go away. Did she call her Ling Ling too? No, that was me. I edited, like, the whole thing took 3 hours. I edited it down to 1. I edited it down to 1. When I tell you there's at least like 3 examples of me adding on to the shit. I called her Ling Ling. I did the phone linging thing. I think Kamal called her, I think we both called her Jackie Chan. Oh, it was terrible. That was terrible. Did you see the Asians on Twitter talking about who's a real Asian and who's not? No, I wouldn't. No. What the fuck? No. Say, bro, I tell you, my Twitter algorithm is art, football, technology. I have to search for half the shit y'all want me to know about. That was crazy. Jungle 8, like Jungle 8. Like, you want to see what my algorithm showing me right now? You want to see what my algorithm showing me right now?
So if it, but I'm gonna say, do that look like I'm playing? No. Today. No. Hey. Throw it on the ground. Huh? You tell me.
Like, no, I'm not gonna fucking see Asians talking about who's the right Asian. This is in my algorithm, bitch. And it ain't bookmarked either. It ain't bookmarked. I didn't have that queued up for you. This is literally my fucking Twitter algorithm.
Look at that.
We talking about tenderism.
That's genuine. Y'all better know something. Ooh, got a little line of folks standing out here already. Boy, look out.
Like, no, no. Clean your fucking Twitter algorithm up. If you log on to that shit and you find Asians trying to pick who's the right Asian, you might want to clean your fucking Twitter algorithm up. That's another thing. Not only do they try to pin it on, I can't fucking read. Jesus. That's another thing. Not only do they try to pin racism on one race, but they assume everything is racist. But as we've seen, they only care if it's racist against one race, and we know which race it is. Hey, buddy, that's life. Every side likes to pretend like they don't see some shit. That's why all your sides suck. I'll give you an example. I'm gonna challenge each and every one of y'all. How many of you are here? There are 33 of you here. I'm gonna challenge each and every one of y'all. I'm gonna challenge each and every one of y'all. When you're, it ain't even gotta be when you're done. Take a moment, go on Google, and type in which race of people are the ones mostly on food stamps, SNAP benefits. And then, once you see that, and then whoever's delusional enough to try to come up with an excuse, you continue to try to find a different answer, and then you come to realize that, no, the answer given is the real answer. I want you to then go on YouTube and look at certain political affiliated YouTubers talking about SNAP benefits going away. And I want you to notice a very funny thing going on. I don't know, man. It's just I'm seeing some things and I'm like, And then I had to go check something out, and I was like, So it's like we're not gonna talk about one side. We're gonna talk about the other. Why you not on Twitch? I almost got a streak. Shayla, baby, let me tell you why I'm not on Twitch right now. It's very simple. I didn't want to, but don't worry. I'll stream on Twitch later. I'm only streaming on YouTube right now. I'll stream on Twitch later. The only reason I didn't is because I want to play this new game. And I'm gonna play it with Skelly. It's called RV There Yet, but I'm not gonna do it now because it's 12. In 2 hours, I'm going to the movies. So I ain't want to stream and then go to the movies and then come back and I got all this fucking energy. So I'm stream probably. How long is this fucking movie? Wait a minute. Hold up. That'll be the indicator, huh? That will be the indicator. Now I gotta see how long the movie is. Go to my ticket. How long the movie is? It's an hour 40? I'll stream about 5 hours. All good. I got the deep voice. That's crazy. Chainsaw Man? Yep. Leon trying to make certain people crash out. You're ruining their delusions. No, I'm not. I'm just noticing that there are a lot of people talking about food stamps going away, and they're only talking about it in regards to one group of people. But that one group of people are not the leaders of that. They are not the ones dominating the food stamps. They're not the ones. They're not the ones leading in food stamps. So it's like, I wonder why. I say. Interesting. You were one of the people who planted the both sides suck seed into my brain. That's because it's true. I hate these wannabe non-intellectual retards who are running around like, you must pick a side. For what? To ignore what the fuck? Like, if I pick a side right now, am I supposed to ignore what the side I pick's doing forever? I don't like that. No. I want to talk about everybody. I can't talk about everybody. If I talk about everybody, that's more fun for me. Me making fun of everybody, that's fun for me. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize to you all right now. I don't have anything to sell you. I'm not going to spend my time making content and then come out with a business and pray to God that you buy into it because I've spent all these years entertaining you for free to pretend like you owe me. Then, as I tried to expand and try to make the business more legitimate than just some random fucking get-rich-quick scheme, Am I going to then realize that the content I make has ruined my reputation in the business field, and therefore I have to stop making that said content in order to clean up my act and make it seem like I'm a hardworking businessman? If you think that's a shot, it is. It's up to you to figure out where that shot's being thrown. I tell you this much, it's a shot, but it's up to you to figure out who I'm shooting at. I'm a troublesome soul. Yes, I am. I'm a troublesome soul. But at least I'm semi-good looking. Picking a side is worthless because as soon as you criticize the side you pick, other people on that side will demonize you and act like you betrayed them, when in reality you're trying to hold a standard. You know, it's always interesting watching people who are low IQ try their best to appease a group of people and then give a take, and then they give up on that group of people and pretend that they got bullied into going to another side just to get bullied by that side also when they give a take that they don't agree with, just to then go to another side and then get chewed out by that group as well, and then just sit there wondering, oh fuck, no one is going to agree with me, so let me just pretend like I'm just saying things and I piss a lot of people off. That's another shot. It's up to you to figure out who I'm shooting at. Leon, what would you do if some big streamer harassed you for 3+ years? Nuck if you buck. Like
any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock.
Question. We get deployed to Chiraq or Venezuela seeing how things are going. What? What do you... Are you asking which one? Aren't you in the army? Shouldn't you know that? And yes, that is my new alert. That is my brand new alert. Hope you like it. I heard it. You made, yes. Why wouldn't I? Come on. Come on. You knew as soon as I heard that I was going to have fun with that. Come on. Come on. But you know what? If you're asking me which one, they don't tell us nothing. Cause you ain't nothing but a fucking body holding a gun. Do your fucking job. But yes, I did take that and turn it into a fucking alert. Oh man, that was funny. That big funny. That big funny. It big funny. Oh, what was we talking about? Oh, this. Okay. I forgot. We had so much fun that I forgot that we was here to just be mad. It's horrible.
Publishers of English manga, Viz Media, have announced that they're bringing out a brand new title. It's gone viral on Twitter because it's about a mixed race person living in Japan facing microaggressions and racism. Yeah, you already know that this is going to be ultra retarded. But before we get into it, if you like these type of videos and you want to help out the channel, then maybe consider subscribing or supporting me over on Patreon. So
my question is, what are you giving these people on Patreon? Like, what are you giving them? Because if I go to this Patreon, matter of fact, if I go to this Patreon right now, if I go to this Patreon, see the membership options: Overkill, Bomber, Ace of Spades. If you choose to support me with this tier, I cannot thank you enough. What? This is what you get. This is what you get if you give him $2, $5, and $10. First with the $2, a thank you screen at the end of my videos. For $5, a thank you screen at the end of my videos. For $10, a thank you screen at the end of my videos. Wait. Let's read the descriptions. For $2, I say a lot of crap that YouTube doesn't exactly like, so any support helps this channel massively, and I'd really appreciate it. $5. I say a lot of crap that YouTube doesn't exactly like, so any support helps the channel massively, and I'd appreciate it. For $10. If you choose to support me with this tier, I cannot thank you enough. I'm trying to come up with some exclusive content, but until then, you'll be included at the top of the thank you screen. Okay. Cool story, bro. But okay. Righteous. Right on, dude. Right on, dude. Where's the thing? Jesus. Where's the thing?
Viz Media have done good jobs in the past publishing stuff like Fist of the North Star in its entirety, which I will applaud them for, but they don't do nearly enough. There's so many classic titles from the 60s, 70s and 80s that are absolutely amazing and nobody's ever read in English. And Viz Media, the biggest proponent in bringing those works to the English audience, are not even trying at this point, but I'll get into that more in a second. So this is the tweet. Announcement. Being mixed race in Japan means facing daily trials of racism, microaggressions, and otherness. Whatever the hell all of that retardation even means. This is a journey of resilience and hope and the search for coexistence. The name of the manga is Half is More, which is some...
Oh, he put we was Japanese. Oh, great. Oh, great. 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 We was Japanese. Great. Right, and what was the statement about Denzel Washington? It'll stop if motherfuckers just make it go away. Okay.
Spasticated thing about being half Japanese. And the mangaka, which I don't even care about butchering the name, Yoiko Fujimi, which sounds like a Japanese person, right? All you have to do is the smallest bit of research to realize that, yeah, there is woke manga and anime, just like everything that has ever existed. There's gonna be manga and anime about wokeness and being gay. It's not some big gotcha when you come down into my comment section like a retard and say that you do know that there's some gay manga out there. Yeah, that's like me saying I love movies like Rambo.
Want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock.
Cute Uncle Ruckus music. It's a good thing to queue up.
And Predator and Cobra and Die Hard, and then you come in and say that, well, you also know there's gay movies, right? Like Brokeback Mountain. It's like, yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. It makes absolute zero sense, and the only people who do it are fake fans, tourists, or handicaps who always want to come in and prove you wrong. Your argument makes no sense. So here we are on the worst place on planet Earth and the internet, Reddit, on r/.
The worst place is DeviantArt.
Mixed race. Now this is being put up in celebratory fashion, the fact that look at this manga that's about being mixed race, and the top post just reveals it all. The person making this manga is a woman who is half Spanish and half Japanese. Now I don't know about you, but I take my manga from people who actually come from Japan and aren't just some mixed race retard with a vendetta, and they're
any day that statement from earlier about that statement about, you know, racism will go away if you just stop talking about it. Any day Yeah, bro, we gonna defeat racism, bro. We got it.
There has been a lot of great women in manga who have made some of the most iconic works like Full Metal Alchemist and Sailor Moon. But it kind of adds to the spastication of this manga and the people celebrating it when the person making it is one big self-insert. Maybe go away and write a book about your life and not really a manga because it looks pretty sucky and the art is...
It looks pretty... I dare you. I dare this lie get perpetuated about this art.
pretty shit. I'm gonna...
It looks pretty shit. First of all, it looks pretty shit. Not class. Mind you, good portion of this shit be hand drawn. Good portion of this be hand drawn. Good portion of manga is hand drawn. How does this look shit to you? It is one image of a character screaming with tears in her eyes. And I shut a gasp where you got the Spanish Japanese from. I shudder to want to know, but at the beginning and end of it all, I feel like once I find out, I'm just not going to be able to listen to whatever it is that you have to say. Like I feel that. I feel that inside. I won't be able to trust whatever it is you have to say.
I have to ramble a bit here because when you come down into the comment section you get hit with the biggest handicaps on earth. So this guy comments, Great Mazinger had this plotline in 1974. Now for those who...
Hey, guess what? A lot of stories repeat the same shit. Well, not even repeat. Take inspiration from others. How many times can I listen to a different superhero have to stop a supervillain from taking over New York? Or the world? How many? It's difficult.
You don't know, but a lot of you probably do. Mazinger Z is a manga and anime from the 70s, created by Go Nagai. You can go watch my video on him and his excellent works like Devilman and Violence Jack, if you want to get into his manga, because it's some of the most awesome stuff out there that is being twisted by freaks like this guy on Twitter. But the guy's not lying. This anime back in 1974, the main character's girlfriend was half Japanese and half black, and sometimes it propped up as a plot point on how they were discriminated against. Which I'm not saying doesn't happen, because Japan, unlike every single Western country, has some standards. You know, some...
The odds of him never being in Japan are astronomically high to me. For some reason, I just feel like there's a certainty in the air that he's never been to Japan and has never really seen the Japan people.
Something that a lot of other countries could actually learn from, where you actually care about your own country's people and you're proud of them. To me, that isn't really something to be looking down upon. So yeah, when you show up blasting rap music and trying to steal crap,
let me just scroll back up in this chat. I need your name specifically. Kyle Rocket. I got any input? You got any input for me on this subject matter? You know, you was a loud proponent. It's shit like this. I just need some input. I gotta know if it's just me, if I'm alone here, or if there's something about what he's saying that strikes an equivalence.
Japanese people might have a problem with it, and personally I highly respect that. And this guy here puts it perfectly, saying that character wasn't the biggest thing in the manga. And just like what I was saying a second ago, yes, there can be stuff
Any
about gay
other
people.
Black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock.
And black people and some liberal ideas in tons of old anime and manga, but that's all it is. It's usually in the background and not in your face. Like Mazinger Z, for example, is about a badass robot who kicks ass, and the person controlling the robot has to decide whether or not to become a god or a devil. Kind of like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. It's not about racism and microaggressions. Keep all of that retarded shit for Twitter. But here we go, the spastics want to keep going, and if you're a real fan of manga and anime watching this video, then you'll know what this guy's saying is absolute bullshit, so I'll just read it. So this guy says that the classic manga Cyborg 009 has a biracial main character and is all about discrimination. Now I haven't read Cyborg 009.
Then why are you talking about it? When I have to see things that I've never like taught, like when I gotta waste my time with things I've never seen, I don't really speak on it. You know why? Because I don't know nothing about Cyborg 09. I feel like if I did, I'd be able to interject in this, but I don't know nothing about that shit.
I've looked into it, and to be honest, it just looks awesome. And you want to know why? Because of the guy who made it. The absolute legend, the king of manga.
So wait, they're telling you that there's a story beat in that show, and you're like, oh, well, nah, it can't be that, because look at the guy who made it. He looks so based and cool.
Man, Shotaro Ishinomori didn't just make Cyborg 009. The guy went on to create Kamen Rider, like one of the biggest franchises of all time. The franchise that beats out Marvel and DC in quality. And hold on, he didn't just make that, he also made Super Sentai, also known as Power Rangers. That show that every single person in America loves and watched growing up. Well, it came from the Japanese version that this guy created. So not only was he a god of live action superhero shows, but he also made some of the best manga of all time, like Cyborg 009 and Skullman. Truly, before I continue, if you haven't looked into Ishinomori, then you should, because I'm only starting.
So wait, why did you skip over the fact that someone brings up that there's a character in his work that directly supports the conversation about, they talk about race in these shows? Why did you skip over that to be like, nuh-uh, he couldn't have done that because he wrote this and this and this? Remember what I said earlier about people not really knowing what they're talking about? They're praying that you don't look up anything. Ding, 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 ding.
Getting into what this guy's worked on, but already most of it is absolutely insanely good. Like, you can't put into words how revolutionary and just plain awesome this guy is. I've only started watching Kamen Rider Black recently, and to be honest, it beats every single superhero movie ever made. But that could be an entire different video.
So niggas just lying for the fuck of it. I love how niggas just lie for the fuck of it. Like, all right, it beats out every superhero movie ever made. Line up Spider-Man 2 next to that shit, and then we can holler. And also, remember, yesterday, opinion. We catering to opinions now? Like, what the fuck? If I wanted to give a fuck about an opinion, I'd read The Root.
So if you'd like to see that, do let me know. But the point is that this guy got destroyed for making up some bullshit narrative that never happened. The main character in Cyborg 009 is half American and half Japanese.
How do you know you didn't read it?
And the team of cyborgs in that badass manga are diverse. Some of them are Italian, French, British, African. One of them is even a woman. This is just something that's super simple. It used to be in classic movies, TV shows, books, and comics, and people wouldn't make it retarded. It's not some gotcha to turn around and go, hey, the original crew of Star Trek had black women on it. Every single person knows that, and nobody has a problem with it. They only have a problem with it when it's your main point that you're trying to make, that you're shoving it in people's faces, and when you go about it in an extremely handicapped way.
But you don't know that that's what this manga is doing, because all that came out was a tweet and a picture. No, like, nobody, with the exception of the author, knows how this story is gonna go. It could go that way, but we don't know. None of us know. That's why I say next year. If any of you are truly that interested in it, you'll find out next year.
Talking about microaggressions. This guy didn't even spell Ishinomori's name correctly. So all of the credibility of your argument is taken away. And I don't even know if I can show this on...
By this logic, I'm working with this logic that if you spell an author's name wrong, your credibility towards the subject matter means nothing. Fine. I'll walk with that. However, I'm going to need everyone to understand that when you try to speak about something that you yourself admit that you've never watched, how can I possibly take your argument as true and worthwhile?
On screen, but I just will. Say what you want to...
Kyle, hello. When's the racism going to go away? Kyle. Kyle. When's it gonna go away? Yeah, bro. It'll go away if we stop talking about it. Yeah. Yeah. It'll go nice and right away. Man, we chopped. As a society, we're chopped. And listen, Moist Critical, this is a drastic segue. Moist Critical made a video about some fucking YouTube critic who made a movie, and he decided to fucking say a take that is horrible. Yeah, he finds it a little bit bad taste when motherfuckers critique things and the response is, oh, go make a movie. Let me help him out with that. I'm going to help him out with that take. That should only be applied to these motherfuckers who talk as if they have every idea on how to make a successful movie all the time. For example, Critical Drinker talks an egregious amount of shit about movies and how bad they are. He made his own movie. Womp, 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 womp. It was terrible. And hypocritical, because I've had to watch many a video from the drinker that is critical about female leads and how bad they are. This motherfucker made a movie with a female lead. Huh? Where we get that from? I thought we didn't need that in movies. Like, what? What the hell? What we doing here? I don't like that. I don't need that type of woke in my movies. No wokey woke in my movies. That's what you said. I don't want that wokey woke in my movie. I don't want no wokey woke. Fuck a wokey woke. I don't want no wokey woke in my movie. When I go watch Chainsaw Man in like the next 2 hours, I don't want no wokey woke in my movie.
This is pretty offensive, but you gotta admit that it's driving some people mad. And in my opinion, a lot of the right people, the type of people like that last handicap, who try correcting you on manga that they do not know about. They don't even know the guy's name, the guy who created Kamen Rider.
You didn't read the manga you were talking about.
It's like talking about Stan Lee and not even saying his name correctly. And I'm just gonna end this video off with this reply, which just sums up everything wrong with anime and manga and most things surrounding Japan. What's with
I'm about to listen to a dude who talks like an Irishman, who probably doesn't even belong in my country, the great country of America, about to explain to me what's going wrong in current Japanese society. This is all from a book that's not even out yet.
Wrong with anime and manga and most things surrounding Japan. What's with honkies always cosplaying as Japanese? Do I even have to explain why people like this
Yes, you do.
are utterly spasticated? These are the same people from the hood who relate to anime and Japanese culture on a really weird level. They just start making shit up like, we were samurais and don't you love Goku because like Goku and Piccolo are black. Nobody knows what these people are ever talking about. They just make stuff up. No, you were not samurais. No anime characters are not black. And finally, Japanese people.
There are anime characters that are drawn specifically black. This is just so y'all know. No, I'm not talking about the random alien that's green that y'all call black. Just so everybody's clear. Just so everybody in the room is clear. There is anime that have black characters. Okay? All right? I'm not talking about aliens. I'm not talking about robots. Okay?
People don't really want to be around you. That's the end of the line right there. The whole takeaway from this situation for me isn't the fact that this manga is stupid and there's freaks all across the internet celebrating it, but the fact that Viz Media have not put in the work and translated and published real manga. Like they have the rights
That is a real manga.
and licensing, but have never properly published Golgo 13 from the start. You know, the longest running manga ever made about the badass New War hitman. It's one of the most famous manga ever made. But because it's not about black people facing discrimination, then they're not going to publish it. So fuck.
Are we pretending like this is the only thing Viz Media is putting out into the world right now? Do I need to tell y'all that Dan to Dan's latest chapter just dropped 2 hours ago? Like, what are we talking about here? What's the understanding? And when y'all consume media that is just like this, it may not come from this content creator specifically, but you've heard takes like this before. When y'all consume this shit, do y'all find yourselves smart? I wish I was streaming on Twitch so I could get the one dude who was like, hey, gamers are winning because of shit like this. It's like, what are you winning if the shit still comes out anyway? The only dub anyone's gotten over the past year bitching was Concord. The hell? That's like the only one. Everything else has come out. As much as y'all are trying to listen to Smash JT about whatever the fuck he's lying about, Ghost of Yote is a success. You think I'm about to listen to a dude who can't keep his kids in terms of custody talk about what's going wrong in gaming? No, absolutely not. This is a world, bro. This is a world we live in. This is a world y'all choose to want me involved in. Like, and I think the sick part is when people want me. The one thing I hate is when I say some shit that's clearly based in understanding statistics, data, or basic human interaction. One of the worst responses I get is, go watch this YouTuber. You think I'm about to sit here and listen to a motherfucker tell me nothing for about 8 minutes and think I'm going to change my take? Absolutely not. Dodgers won, Blue Jays won. What's going to happen next? I don't know. I don't watch baseball. But I had a brief stint in park baseball where the team I played for was called the Blue Jays. So I'm going to root for the Blue Jays. Even though I know, I'm going to butcher his name, Shohei Ohtani. I probably butchered that and I apologize. I believe he plays for the Dodgers. That motherfucker's probably going to knock their lights out. But we're not done. Because now we're going to learn about Wolverine being confirmed woke slop. You got it first try? I don't think I did. I feel like y'all lying to me. And the only reason I know about him anyway is because I keep seeing commercials with him dominating. Like I don't even have ESPN or SportsCenter on. I'm just seeing ads with him in it, just cranking them fucking things. It's nasty work. I hate admitting to watching it, but he had such controversial takes. I had to see what he had to offer. Ooh, what did I miss? It was so bad that I had to get blacked out to forget about watching it. So the acolyte with alleged budget. Who are you talking about? What did I miss? You know what? I don't care.
So we finally have a trailer for Insomniac's long-awaited Wolverine game, and people are saying it looks great and lives up to the hype. And as a big fan of the character of Wolverine, it does look good to an extent, because throughout all of these trailers and posts, people are leaving out one crucial detail. And
what is it about? Is it about to be the same? Talking about the Critical Drinker movie? Oh well. Is what I'm about to hear the same thing I heard that woman say about how they're killing minorities? And he's gonna have to struggle with his white identity. Is that what I'm about to hear? Is that what I'm about to hear? If that's what I'm about to hear, this stream is gonna be cut off. I just want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know if that's what I hear, I'm turning the stream off.
And I'm not gonna clickbait you or try to make you watch the entire video. I'm just gonna tell it to you.
Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock.
Don't forget Andy Pants made AI CP of his child. You got a guy who spends his time bitching about how games have gone woke, making a video game with AI child porn. But y'all want me to consume this media because gamers are winning. Kiss my fucking ass, okay? You get me? We square? Because when y'all tell me to watch this shit, just know I I have problems.
Straight. This game is confirmed as feminist garbage. But
Okay, I wasn't expecting to hear the feminist part.
before we get into it, if you like these videos and you want to help out the channel, maybe consider subscribing or supporting me over on Patreon. So I've made multiple videos about Wolverine
We get an update on Trey Reed. Are you asking me or are you telling me there's an update on Trey Reed?
comics on this channel that you could go watch if you want to learn about the character. When I say I'm a Wolverine fan, I'm not a fan of the Fox X-Men Hugh Jackman Wolverine. That is just not the character. I'm not a fan of the modern comic Wolverine. That is nothing like the character. I'm a fan of the real Wolverine from Chris Claremont's full Uncanny X-Men, ranging from the 70s all the way up to the early 90s. Claremont created a character that was this anti-hero that could only really be found if
The stud who got fired has a GoFundMe. Where were you yesterday when we watched that? Not yesterday, Saturday. Where were you Saturday when we found that out already? Hate to be the bearer of the obvious news, but we already know about that. we already knew about that one, big guy. That's already a thing. It's already a thing we had on our radar, big guy. Just because you're late to the party don't mean you can try to interrupt the class. You feel me? It's not good to be late. See, when you're late, you're not on time, and when you're on time, you're late. See how bad it is? Don't ever be late to my seminars. My seminars will make the world go roundy. The world need to go roundy during my seminars. I speak the gospel. I speaks the truth. I speak that good shit that you can't beat, you can't muster around.
If you were reading underground comics or manga, Wolverine didn't wear a cape. He wasn't some pacifist Boy Scout. He was like a mix of Batman and Daredevil, where at his minimum, he was a badass character in the team of the X-Men all the way through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And at the maximum potential of the character, like we saw in the Claremont Miller miniseries, that you should read. It's basically the gateway to the character. Probably up there with the excellent Conan-style origin story Weapon X for being one of the best Wolverine stories ever made. In that miniseries, in Weapon X, in his entire solo series, which is also awesome, the writers and artists take inspiration from pulp fantasy like Conan and also hard-boiled pulp fiction and film noir, creating the Wolverine that's always smoking a cigarette, drinking, dealing with a femme fatale in some dark city. That is the character of Wolverine. He's like a hard-boiled detective that's darker than even Daredevil. Probably up there.
I don't think this guy has a clear understanding that different people have taken the role of writing these stories and that they're going to tell different fucking adaptations of these stories. I don't think our subject here fully understands this. Part of me thinks he doesn't get it. I don't know. It's just something in the air creates that conversation where I feel as though he doesn't fully grasp that stories are told by different people. I don't think he gets that. I don't think he understands that, class. Something's telling me he doesn't get that. I don't know. I don't know. Something. It's just a something. Something's telling me.
With Daredevil for my favourite character at Marvel. By no means is he some forgettable background character like in every brand new comic, or Hugh Jackman in a wife beater running around screaming. And I could talk about the classic comics all day, but I don't know if you want to see that, so if you do, let me know. But that takes me to the Wolverine game, which I'm not really going to be all negative about and say that it looks like total garbage.
You just said it was woke slop, so what's the positive? Or what's the positive here? I'd love to know. I'd love to see some positive about the game, because, you know, well-astute game developer giving your take. I'd love to hear what you have to say about the game. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Give me that sweet, succulent take, buddy. Let me get that nice, succulent take about the Wolverine game and how it's woke slop, buddy. That's what I want to hear.
because it doesn't. As a Wolverine fan, you can't resist that the game is set in Tokyo and Madripoor, two locations that are taken straight from the great comics of Wolverine. And that seems to be the case with this game. There's a lot of stuff taken straight from the comics, like the fact
Which is how it tends to go for video games based around these comic book characters. They have IP that they can use. Do we even know the story of the game beyond the trailer? How dare you think of such a logical question to ask? How dare you? See, when you're consuming this great introspective on how to take gaming back, you must understand that no logical questions here. Complain, bitch, moan, and groan. No logical takes here. No. Can't be, won't be, no dice. Can't do that. Logical take be down, no. No logical take. Only bad horror take.
fact that you have the brown and tan suit and the patch suit. And just a quick side note about the patch era of Wolverine. Many people do not know what that is. And you shouldn't really call yourself a Wolverine fan if you haven't done the research or even read these comics.
Hearing you, I hear this dude, every time I watch him, I hear him label this critique of, if you didn't read this, you're not a real fan of this, and you didn't read this, you're not a real fan of that. I'm not too confident he's a real fan of a good majority of the shit he brings up.
Basically, when Wolverine finally got his solo run in the 80s, which is absolutely awesome, by the way, in this underrated run that is great work from Chris Claremont to John Buscema, and later improved upon by G.I. Joe writer Larry Hama and the excellent artist Mark Silvestri, creating a new persona for Wolverine where he didn't wear the brown and tan suit or the yellow and blue one. Instead, he was taken directly from Humphrey Bogart from Casablanca, constantly seen in a white suit, smoking with an eye patch. Now, modern comic book fans who have no respect laugh at this and not see that it's one of the coolest things ever made.
There's no way a modern comic book fan is going to see this and laugh at it and be taken seriously. I think you're just mad that there are people out there that don't like it, which is fine. If people don't understand like a good piece of story, then that's their burden to bear.
But anyways, the patch suit is in the game, and the Asian country Madripoor where Wolverine stayed with all these seedy bars and gangs. So I will have to give massive respect to the game for doing that. And as you can see from the trailers, it does look great. Wolverine riding a motorcycle with Arkham style stealth and combat. And by God, as a Daredevil and Wolverine fan, we do need a proper game like this. And that is one of the problems with this game. It just looks like God of War mixed with Arkham and Spider-Man. And speaking of
You just sat there and said we need the game and then said it's a problem?
Spider-Man, that leads me into the main issue of this game. Now, I was positive for a bit. The game does look badass, but at the same time, why is the suit some tactical Christopher Nolan variation instead of the actual character's costume? Why does Logan look and sound nothing like his character? But more importantly, this is Insomniac we're dealing with. The people who gave us Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2. I got Spider-Man 2 because I was a really big fan of Spider-Man at the time and wanted a good Spider-Man game that stayed faithful to the character, and I thought I was gonna get.
Now we're broaching into my territory. Now we're broaching into my territory on said subject matter. We're broaching into my territory. We're broaching into my territory now.
Get that, but what did I get instead? A big load of gay black people. Hey, do you want to play as Miles Morales?
Hey, well, one, he's not gay. You had a side mission. We had a side mission where you help a fucking student ask out another student to the prom. Yeah, he was gay. And you had a mission as a deaf girl. If those two things ruin the entire layout of a game for you, I recommend you don't play it anymore.
It's the fake Spider-Man going around at festivals with other people of color. And do you also want to play as his deaf girlfriend for some reason? And all of the female characters are feminist bitches like Mary Jane Watson in
Let me just scroll back up into this chat. I need like hello. When like hello. Hey, we're gonna get rid of racism if we just stop talking about it, bros. We stop talking about it. That's how you defeat it. Right. Right. How does anyone watch this content? Because people like to think that they are the most oppressed, and by people I mean gamers. Gamers have somehow convinced themselves that because they're not getting titties in a video game, they're now the most oppressed group. It's the funniest thing under the sun, and that's how you get takes like this. That's how you get these smile if you like dick takes. That's what I call them. These are nothing more than smile if you like dick takes. And if you smile at that, well, kind of got a clear indication about what you like, buddy. Kind of got the clear indication about what it is you may or may not like. Gonna be honest with you. Gonna be brutally honest with you.
Spider-Man 2. So how is that gonna mix? Wolverine, a character who is always dealing with femme fatales like a noir detective, is instead gonna get punched in the nuts by some bitch. And you can already see some of this from the leaks. Now I probably have to watch my words here, or maybe I don't because nobody really gives a crap. But how do I say this without getting myself in trouble? Using the internet, let's just say I borrowed a little sneak peek of Wolverine a few months ago. I'm not lying, I managed to get it up and running, and I'll tell you the truth. This game...
You played a game that is drastically unfinished. Because if you're talking about that easily accessible fucking leak that came out, which is the reason why this fucking game got delayed, you played an unfinished game. I gotta lose my mind about an unfinished game. Like, you pirated an unfinished game. Great for you, and credit to your PC. But let's be fucking for real here.
Game is hiding something that it's not showing anybody in any of the trailers. You don't just play as Wolverine in this game, you also have to play as Jean Grey in these 4 sections that go on for way too long. Yeah, nobody's telling you that, and Jean Grey is not a feminist character, but knowing Insomniac, they're gonna make her insufferable. And also, the game is called Wolverine. Why am I playing as 2 different characters? Literally, right now, I'll tell you from first-hand experience, the Logan in this game is weak and gay and not at all masculine. You know, like the exact opposite of Logan.
I watched the trailer of a guy hacking and slashing, but because he's gonna have to deal with the same thing most characters deal with in these story-driven games, character development in the game, he's now gay. Right. Now, how are you people taking gaming back? If y'all don't mind my asking, how do y'all take games back? I've been wondering about that for a while. Like, all this random bitching and lying. How are games being taken back against the evil in the world? All the evil in the world. How are the games being taken back? I'm struggling to figure this out.
Logan. And you have to play as Jean Grey for full sections of the game. But as a fan of Wolverine, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do. And that means I might even just play this game. But I am warning you that this game is going to be feminine.
Oh my god. You're warning? Oh my god. Massa, I'm so glad that you were able to warn me about something that really won't affect me in the grand scheme. Massa, oh god, thank you for the warning. Thank you for the warning, bruv.
Feminist, and it is going to be woke. I'm just too big a fan of the character to give up an opportunity to...
Oh, wait, so it's too woke, it's going to be feminist drivel, it's slop, but since I'm a shill Wolverine fan, I'm still going to play it. Gamers are winning how? The 2 biggest fan bases that come to the understanding that they need to recognize that they're cucks are number 1, wrestling fans, and number 2, gamers. You just heard what many gamers end up saying and doing. Oh, I hate this because of insert reason here. Still gonna buy it, still gonna play it. Oh my god, I can't stand the fact that this is coming out in this game. Still gonna buy it, still gonna play it. Oh my god, Why the fuck is Nintendo raising prices? Oh my god! Why the fuck is Sony raising prices? Oh my god! Why the fuck are these games being increased in prices? Why is the standard edition of Call of Duty $80 now? Buys the Nintendo Switch 2 day one, buys the PS5 Pro, buys the deluxe edition of Call of Duty. Cucks.
Play an actual Wolverine game. But this game is 100% without a doubt political. And not even political, it's just shit. Who wants to play as Jean Grey? There's tons of different characters you could have played as. Maybe Kitty Pryde. Like, you know, the classic Chris Claremont run, Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. No, instead you have to play as Jean Grey. But as I said, all that stuff aside, it is a game where you're going to be able to wear the patch outfit, the classic brown and tan. You're going to be able to ride a motorbike through Tokyo like Wolverine would. So I would take this game as a win, but there is going to be some
I would take this game as a win. That's another thing. We, the gamers, are winning. What are you winning? Bitch, you're spending money. Yeah, I know who is winning. The fucking gaming company. The people who had to make the game and get a return on that fucking investment. They gonna win for sure. But the gamers? Well, shit.
Insufferable feminism. And that's just my last point. We can't get a proper Wolverine game where he looks and acts badass and masculine like the character. Instead, there has to be a tacked on chunk of wokeness and feminism. And no real fan of the comics and the character of Wolverine actually wants this. So the people who made this decision to inject feminism, screw you. So that was just a quick
But I'm still gonna play it. Screw you, but I'm still gonna play it. Fuck you! You're putting your woke in my game! I'm still gonna play it. Fuck you! I can't stand this woke in my game! I'm still gonna play it. Does nobody get that? You know, the reason why, even though it doesn't really matter, a lot of these people like talking about the finances. Oh, this game didn't sell well. Oh, their sales are not what they expected. Their sales are down. Gamers win. Hoo hoo hoo! And then another game comes out that's full of wokeness. You're waiting for something else, but that's it. Another game comes out that's full of wokeness, and the fucking wheel spins again. You get nowhere with this shit. You get absolutely 200% nowhere. Woke has lost all meaning. All of these words people throw out have lost meaning primarily because they're not used in their proper definitions. They're used as a means to say, fuck you, you're this. That's it. Fuck you, you're this. That's it. Now, I think it was Ty who was like, was there a Trey Reed update? Now, I still don't know if this motherfucker was asking or telling me. But I did see this video from 2 days ago from The Culture Covered. Lynched black student's family confirms the worst. Oh, God.
You didn't have to tell black people that Delta State University student Trey Reed didn't hang himself. And now a second autopsy proves it.
Everybody on this campus is labeling this as a lynching, which it most clearly definitely is, but they're still investigating. But as always, the police are saying, oh, we don't suspect foul play. We don't suspect that anything happened.
One of our key initiatives now is our autopsy initiative. That came out a little over 18 months ago that got launched. And that gives free secondary autopsies to any families of loved ones who have been killed in a police-related death.
2 autopsies, 2 different versions of events. One showed no foul play. The other states that 21-year-old black student Trey Reed...
Show me the autopsy. You need to show me the autopsy saying this shit. Because it'd been thrown to the wolves that... Nobody outside that family or Ben Crump's team has access to that. So I hope you showing me something.
Had marks on his body, seemingly proving he was lynched. After Colin Kaepernick offered to help Trey's family get justice, the second autopsy was done, and the results are chilling. And what's equally disturbing is that no one is talking about this.
Wait. Show me that.
Kaepernick offered to help Trey's family get justice. The second autopsy.
Colin Kaepernick helping fund the independent autopsy. This is from September. we have current articles saying that shit ain't even out yet.
Autopsy was done, and the results are chilling. And what's equally disturbing is that no one is talking about this. Mainstream media quickly buried the story under other headlines, and now some officials are denying that the second autopsy showed signs of struggle.
You showing me an article. Hold on.
About this. Mainstream media.
You showing me an article from Nick Juden from the Mississippi Free Press that was in September saying Delta student's body found hanging in a tree, no foul play suspected. And then
media quickly buried the story under other headlines, and now some officials are denying that the second autopsy showed signs of struggle. So
they're not denying. They're saying proceed with caution because motherfuckers are spreading rumors online. This dude's dead body has been used as a prop. First it was his arms and legs were broken. Now it's blunt force trauma. Conveniently, everybody who is spreading this around, none of these motherfuckers, with the exception of one, have brought up stolen organs.
So who's telling the truth here? Why did police initially tell Trey's family that they found him in his dorm room, only to later admit he was found hanging from a tree in the middle of...
That's still the only true thing about this that disturbs the fuck out of me. A family trying to figure out what happened to their family member is being told he's somewhere else. That's not where he was found. That's the only part about this that's still pissing me off.
Delta State University campus. And why is there no footage of Trey on the day he was found when the entire campus is covered by security cameras? These are just some of the unanswered questions we need to talk about before they delete this case from public memory.
Oftentimes, the sheriff is the coroner, or the pathologist who is doing the autopsy. They have a relationship with the police department. So there's a lot of bias in the autopsies.
There's a big update on the Trey Reed case in Mississippi, and honestly, it's worse than anyone thought. Colin Kaepernick stepped in and paid for an independent autopsy, and what it found is horrifying. According to sources online, Trey Reed, a 20...
Nope. According to sources online, no. According to sources online. Oh, do we keep watching it? You know what? Strike one. I'm a fair man.
At Delta State University.
A lot of bias in the autopsies.
There's a big update on the Trey Reed case in Mississippi, and honestly, it's worse than anyone thought. Colin Kaepernick stepped in and paid for an independent autopsy, and what it found is horrifying. According to sources online, Trey Reed, a 21-year-old black student at Delta State University, didn't just die on campus. It turns out he was allegedly beaten before being hung from...
Sources online. He was allegedly beaten. Strike two. Strike two!
That tree. There are reports claiming that the second autopsy found blunt force trauma all over his body, meaning someone physically attacked him first. And according to some social media users who've been in contact with Trey's family, Trey's own mother suspects there's a cover-up going on.
Trey Reed, second.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Go enjoy your Mondays. I'm out.